Hi everyone, happy first day of March. I thought for a bonus video this week, I would do a really quick plan with me and kind of go through my thought process of how I set up my month in my new binder system. In my last planner video, I said I wanted a binder with a little bit of color and I asked for recommendations. So many of you guys recommended Kikki, and I think it was meant to be because shortly after that video, I got an email from Kikki saying that I could pick a binder off of their website, which was so incredibly kind. I was so excited. I ended up going with this one, which I believe is called the Large Time Planner. And if I have that name wrong, I'll write it on the screen. But I went with the shade called Blush Pink, although to me it has a little bit of peachiness to it. And you guys know that I love some peach. And the main reason why I wanted this color, hold on one second, let me grab something. This right here is the main reason I went with this color scheme. I thought it would be so perfect to make custom dividers with this Rifle Paper Company wrapping paper that I had. This was such a fail. I wasn't against buying a laminating machine. I was against storing a laminating machine. I just wasn't sure how often I was going to use it, so I didn't want to have to find a spot for this tiny machine. So I ended up just getting laminating sheets, which I thought was going to be fine, but I couldn't get it to seal close enough to the actual divider, if that makes sense. So when I trimmed it, everything just popped apart, so it was just a waste of a lot of time. So if you make these and have had good success, please leave me some tips. If I'm using the laminating sheets wrong, or if there's a better brand, I think these are Scotch, or if you think I just need to invest in an inexpensive laminating machine, let me know. But I thought that this would be perfect. It is just a perfect color match. But I'll show you how I used the Kikki dividers and kind of made them my own. These are what the Kikki dividers look like. I loved the color, and then they came with a sticker set so you could personalize the tab. So I did that. And then this is really random, but Rifle Paper Company recently released their spring collection. I ordered this note card set and it perfectly matches the color scheme. I was just beyond excited, so I trimmed the note card down and then I used one of the Kikki inspirational stickers. Loved how it turned out. I'm still sad about my personal dividers, but for now, I think this is really cute. I think other than the color, my favorite thing about this binder is this inside pocket setup. You get a spot for a notepad, a couple slots, two different places to slip things in like stickers, and a zippered one. And I think the zippered one is really smart. I haven't decided how I'm gonna use it yet, but I think it would be really nice for receipts. Okay, let's get started with the planning. Always in the upcoming month, I keep a piece of note paper or a sticky note and I write down anything that I have going on. That way I don't forget. And then when I'm planning out that month, that's when I actually write everything down nicely in my calendar view and use stickers. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And the first thing I like to do is bring in a little bit of washi. This is how I've been storing my washi tape, and a couple people have asked about it. I actually found this in the bath section at Anthropologie. I think it's technically meant for jewelry, but it works great for washi tape. My initial draw is to my paper source set, and I think it would look really cute with the green one. I think the green would go nicely with March, but to change things up, since I use those all the time, I just got a new little kit from Mambi, Me and My Big Ideas. They make planners too, and they have a really cute range of accessories. So I think I'm gonna try this floral tape, and I think it will also go nicely with the March Inkwell Press color scheme. Okay, I love the washi tape. It adds a little bit of color, and I use that to mark off the days that were a part of February and the days that are a part of April. So my second step is to copy down everything that I have on my little notepad. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my Outlook calendar. That's what we use at work. And then any meetings that we already have planned for March, I'm gonna write down here as well. This is what my month looks like so far, and for work appointments, I use these teeny tiny little flags from Luckity on Etsy, and I placed an order late last week, like Thursday, I think, and they already arrived on Monday, so I was really excited I got to use those in my March spread. And then I take the circles from the same sticker sheet, and I use those to mark off days that the photographer I work with is busy, so that way I know not to schedule appointments on any of those days. I also wrote down all my video ideas for the month, and I like to write them in a list first, and then I try to figure out which Wednesday they would work best. As an example, I want to do a spring lip pick, and so I can see here that spring starts on the 20th, so it would probably make sense to do that video on the 23rd. The last thing I did in my calendar view is tape in a sticky note, and this is to remind me to set up some social things. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna text my friend Ashley and see if she wants to come over on Sunday, and then I'm gonna set up a day for Karen, Sarah, and I to go to Be Clean, which is a natural beauty shop in DC, which I think is gonna be really fun. they already sent me their free weekend, so I just need to set that up and confirm with them. This is my week so far. Of course, Monday's already completed because Monday's over, and Tuesday I've started. I have to leave actually pretty soon. I have to get to that 2:30 meeting. It's gonna take me a bit to get there, but I love to use this stencil. I mentioned this in my last video, and I like the circle on here, the smallest of all the circles. And in the top box of every single day, I draw a circle, and that's where I put my most important task. If everything else goes wrong, it's fine as long as I get that one thing done. And I am so prone to distractions, so that really helps me to focus. And then I think all the stickers that I used in this spread are from Luckity on Etsy. I just really like her style. It's just enough color, but they're still really useful, so they serve two purposes. So I mostly use the stickers to draw my attention to events, like 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. I don't think I'll forget about that because I've been thinking about it for a while, but just to make sure that I get out of bed at a reasonable time so I can get there. But that is, I actually wanted to do my mission board, but I don't think I'm gonna have time for that today. So I'm gonna do a plan with me in the future, and it'll focus on the mission board. I'll also do one, this was kind of a weird week because I had to work all weekend, which I don't normally have to do. And Mondays, I usually get to work from home. So I haven't done any meal planning because I'm not gonna be home a few nights this week. So on a more regular week, I will do a meal planning prep version of this. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. But I really appreciate you watching, and let me draw your eye to one thing. This is real life, and no matter how perfect you try to make things, I was fiddling with my tripod and I got a little bit, I guess it's grease on this, I'm not sure, it's kind of gross, but I smeared it on there. So you have to kind of let some things go, and that's something I have to tell myself a lot. But I really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this and found something useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Okay, I'm back, and a couple days have elapsed, and I've actually gotten kind of sick, which stinks, but hopefully my voice isn't too bad. Most of the work week is over though, so I thought it might be fun to show you a couple completed days just so you can see how everything comes together. You can see that I covered up my mistake with an inkwell press sticker. And then I don't know if you guys are like me where you have one day a week where you just seem to be a lot more productive. For me, that's Thursday. It's a quieter day, so I can have a longer to-do list and I can be sure to get through it by the end of the day. So if I have a long to-do list or a project that really needs a lot of attention, I use these little hydration stickers, and I use these to mark off Pomodoros, how many Pomodoros I complete. Pomodoro is a set amount of time where you're only focusing on one task. And I do 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. So I really enjoy that. I don't know, there's just something very gratifying about being able to check those off. And then this section over here, this notes section, this changes from week to week about what I use this space for. This week I did to-dos that weren't tied to a specific day, just needed to get done at some point. So you can see I still have some stuff to do this weekend, but I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that in my next video my voice is a little bit better. But I would love to know what time management tools or techniques you use and find really effective. I just think that's very interesting. But thank you so much for being with me today, and I will talk to you in a new video very soon.